Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. This week I'd like to teach you how to make raspberry and white chocolate truffles. To begin, we're going to make our white chocolate ganache. I'm adding 1/3 of this ratio in weight of cream to my chocolate. This is a 30-second mark, just like that. Here I have my raspberries, sugar and water just over a low flame, medium to low. So I'm going to allow my raspberries to simmer for a bit because I want that water to evaporate. That way we're left with a nice thick raspberry paste. And I'm going to stir it occasionally and just watch it. It should take probably about 10 minutes. You can see it's come to a nice thick consistency. And I'm going to turn off my heat now. And you'll coat the back of your spoon as well. It's another way to tell it's ready. Add the raspberry into the ganache a little bit at a time because it is really hot. So I'm going to gradually add that in. Usually when you add something that's too hot into chocolate, it tends to seize it if the temperatures are too different. I'm going to add in the rest. So in a way we've tempered it. Kind of like what you do with eggs and custard. And I'll just set that in the fridge until we're ready to use it. I have my chocolate mold here, and much like last time, I'm going to dip my brush into luster dust and just paint the inside. I'm using a different combination of colours here. Next, I'm going to fill all of my cavities with dark chocolate. This is compound chocolate, so there's no need to temper it, but temperature is still important. If your chocolate is too warm, it's going to run out of these cavities way too quickly and you're going to be left with a very fragile shell. So about 32 degrees or so would be perfect. It's going to get really messy. I have my bench scraper and I'm just going to maneuver the chocolate all around my cases, making sure each one is being filled right up to the top. Just like so. I'm going to run it along and take off all the excess. And that's why I have baking paper at the bottom of this. Then what you want to do is start tapping it on your counter, just to get rid of any air bubbles. You can see the mold coming up now. And grab your mold and tip it upside down and empty out most of your chocolate. If you need some help, just grab your bench scraper and tap it. There it goes. And then run it along the bottom. And those are your shells. Just run it one more time, clean it up, and set that in the fridge for about 5 minutes. While the chocolates are sitting in the fridge, I've just taken my bench scraper and I've scraped off all that chocolate. And I'll put all that back into my bowl and we'll mount that again. Next, start filling it with your ganache. About 2/3 of the way. And give it a tap just to level it off. I also have some salted caramel here that I made yesterday for some macaron fillings. If you guys would like the recipe to this, do leave a comment below and I can make a video for you guys. And just as we did before, we're gonna layer that chocolate on all over again. can even use a spatula this time to run it over. And again, take your bench scraper and scrape off all the excess chocolate. Now allow that to set in your fridge for another 10 minutes. To release your chocolates from the case, turn upside down and tap it very firmly on your counter until they all release. You can really see how vibrant those colours are, the petals of the dust, luster dust. That's our caramel. And that's our raspberry white chocolate ganache. And that's how it's done. If you have any suggestions on what to make next, leave me a comment below and I'll do my best to make it happen. Thank you for watching and I will see you next week.